Welcome to one of our incredible worldwide tour and cruise packages here at Cruise1st. Over 25 years, we've been curating exciting combinations of worldwide travel that could take you to the incredible Machu Picchu, have you journeying the Maharaja's Express in India to the Taj Mahal, taking pole position at one of the world's most exciting Grand Prix races, and so much more. And this time, we're stepping back in time to the days of the first Emperor of China, standing shoulder to shoulder with his army of marching warriors, taking the poignant wander through incredible Tiananmen Square and walking aloft the incredible Great Wall of China. We'll zoom on bullet trains, we'll marvel at days gone by, and we'll cruise in style across the Far East with celebrity cruises. This is beautifully put together and you'll be looked after all the way. We've booked the flights, arranged your curated tour, included city stays to explore Singapore and Hong Kong, and we've got a glass of something waiting for you on board right through your 5-star cruise. Let's begin then your 23-night holiday to remember on the 11th of January in 2027, and you fly first out of the UK and over to Xi'an in China to begin your fully escorted tour of ancient walls and warriors. Our globe-trotting tour guide Mark takes up the story as we arrive.
Welcome to bustling China and the start of an incredible adventure that begins in Xi'an, where you'll be greeted at the airport and transferred to your hotel for a 2-night stay. Here you'll spend your first evening at leisure in one of the oldest of China's 4 great ancient capitals. The next morning you'll come face to face with the spectacular terracotta warriors. It's a sight like no other. Some 7,000 unique soldiers carved in exquisite detail with no two faces alike. Originally created to protect Emperor Qing Shi Huang in the afterlife, the warriors have stood strong for over 2,000 years, and you'll get the opportunity to learn how these magnificent creations came to be, with a visit to the Xi'an Arts and Ceramics exhibition. In the afternoon, you'll take a leisurely stroll on Xi'an's beautifully preserved 14th century ancient city walls that enclose the old town, before dining on a feast of soigao dumplings, followed by a fabulous performance of Tang Dynasty dancing. Buckle in on day 3 as you travel at over 400 miles per hour by bullet train to the capital of Beijing. On arrival, you'll be transferred to your hotel for a 3-night stay, and that evening dine on delicious Peking duck meal. The next day, you'll take a morning walk through Tiananmen, the largest city square in the world that's steeped in history dating back to the 1600s. It's then into the sprawling magnificence of the Forbidden City, the former residence of the Ming and Qing emperors. Upon entering through the Gate of Supreme Harmony, you'll find a magical complex full of imperial riches. After lunch, you'll visit the Temple of Heaven, the largest masterpiece among China's ancient sacrificial buildings. Known for its rigorous symbolic layout, peculiar structure, and magnificent decoration, this is where the emperors from the 1400s worshipped the god of heaven and prayed for good harvests. You'll then enjoy a wander through the grounds of the magnificent Summer Palace, the largest and most well-preserved of all the imperial palace gardens and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. On day 5, you'll be ticking a big one off the bucket list as you head out of Beijing and travel north to one of the 7 wonders of the modern world, the Great Wall of China. Here you'll walk the cobbles, cross the watchtowers, and follow the way of the rugged mountains at the Jiongguan section, one of the 3 greatest passes of the Great Wall. Next up, you'll visit a jade museum where you have the chance to purchase intricate pieces of genuine gemstone before heading to the Sacred Way and Ming tombs, the final resting place of 13 of the Ming emperors. On your final evening, you'll experience an eye-boggling Chinese acrobat show with swinging ropes, juggling hoops, spinning plates, and human pyramids. It's an incredible whistle-stop tour where you'll uncover the best of China and explore its illustrious living history from Xi'an through to Beijing.
And what huge adventures you are enjoying as part of that fully escorted tour. And that's part 1 of the holiday. And let's go and do part 2 now as we fly over to Hong Kong, and we've got a 2-night hotel stay there. Now, it's a good time of year to be there actually, because you can enjoy the wonderful Well-Wishing Festival here as well, where you head to the wishing trees and you can toss your wishes onto the trees. How exciting. Then it's time for us to cruise. We've got 12 nights nights on board the lovely Celebrity Solstice, 5-star modern luxury, wonderful, sit back, relax, enjoy the beautiful things, including the lawn club here, which you will just enjoy and lavish upon. I have to say, wherever you are cruising, anywhere in the world, if you're on this ship, you've got to spend some time on the lawn club and doing different things as well. They do glass blowing there, which is something completely and utterly bonkers and very, very different for a cruise, but something again that makes memories for coming home as well. So many amazing restaurants. You can see there we're looking at main dining with a massive wine tower through the middle, which I think is just wonderful. And when it comes to wine and wine pairings, you will love Celebrity because they have all of the choices, all of the vintages. You know, whichever wine you love, they'll have expert advice on hand from the sommeliers there on board as well. So you've also got drinks included here as well. So classic drinks package is included, which is great. You also have Wi-Fi to enjoy right the way through the cruise, and that will be really useful for a cruise like this because you'll be researching the places that you are going to. Don't worry, you don't need to, because there's plenty of information available on board. You'll always find out where the excursions are, what they are, the choice of them that you have. You've got a shore excursion team on board, of course, that you can sit and talk through all the different options. They'll have live presentations that you go to. There'll also be more presentations on your TV in your stateroom as well. So you can kind of plan as you go along your cruise and just enjoy all the wonderful things. The great thing about Celebrity is the pace of life is as fast or as slow as you want it to be. And I think when you're exploring a part of the world that you might be less than familiar with, that's really good because you don't want any kind of stresses or worries or anxieties, and you'll have none across this wonderful 12-night cruise. Right, let's do it then, shall we? We're cruising out of Hong Kong and a day at sea into Hanoi in Vietnam. You have an overnight here, and if you're lucky, you might just catch the tail end of the Tet Vietnamese Lunar New Year celebrations. There's a lot that features their parades and markets, etc. Then we move on to Chiang Mai in Vietnam. This is brilliant. This is where you can get into Hue or Da Nang from here. There's also the Bac Ma National Park here for nature lovers with lush forests and waterfalls and lovely views and peaks, which is nice. A day at sea and then into Ho Chi Minh City, where you can take a Vespa tour if you're feeling adventurous and go through the streets of Ho Chi Minh City there and go and explore the local markets. Come back with some shopping from the markets. That would be a nice thing to do. A day at sea and then we are into the port for Bangkok. We're here for an overnight as well, which means that you're in the port for 2 days. So you could excursion one day and wander the other, or see it by night as well, because it's a very, very different city by night. So go and have dinner in the city if you fancy. Then we are into Koh Samui in Thailand. Now this is lovely, some wonderful waterfalls, some lovely temples here. The secret Buddha garden as well is well recommended, and it'll be available on a tour as well. Day at sea, and sadly that's the end of the cruise because we disembark in Singapore, but we are staying here for 2 nights in a hotel. Again, loads for you to see. You've got museums. There's the Art Science Museum, which sounds really interesting. There's Kampong Glam, the lovely neighbourhood there with lots of trendy cafes, etc. to go and see. And then we will fly back to the UK. The reason I keep saying etc, by the way, is because there are so many things to do in these places. Then you will want to plan out your trip as you go along, because it's an incredible holiday and there is so much to see, and there's just so much as part of this holiday. A 15-minute show like this only really scratches the surface. There's more details if you pop in that reference next to the offer, or next to me, should I say, CEL 403. Pop that into the website. You'll get a much more comprehensive rundown. But this is such a spectacular, as I say, combination of exploring ancient sites and monuments in China, walking the Great Wall, riding the bullet train, staying in Hong Kong and Singapore, and enjoying a 5-star Celebrity Solstice cruise. It really is very comprehensive indeed. I'll show you the price tag right now, and then I'll talk to you about what that includes, because there are so many perks and benefits rolled up in that price tag. And this is the trip of a lifetime, because this is something where you're really deeper diving into your destinations, and a deposit today will secure that price for you. Now, that price does include your flight from the UK out to Xi'an in China for that fully escorted 5-night Walls and Warriors tour. It's taking in so many amazing sites like Tiananmen Square, the Great Wall itself, the Terracotta Army of Warriors, the Temple of Heaven, a jade factory, and there's so much more in that before you then fly over to Hong Kong for a 2-night hotel stay there. So a nice little city break in a very bustling city with lots to do. And then your incredible 5-star cruise on Celebrity Solstice with classic drinks and Wi-Fi package included. That has a value on its own of over $1,300 per person. As you cruise through Thailand and Vietnam, plenty of time to explore there as well. Lots of excursion choices to treat yourself to with Celebrity as well as enjoying all of the fabulous and beautiful facilities on board. It really is true 5-star glamour. Now, your cruise is for 12 nights and that ends in Singapore, and we've booked you into a hotel there for 2 nights. That's included, so you've got exploration time there in the city before then flying back to the UK. Book now for this amazing deal, and remember, a low deposit will secure it for you as well. Here's everything that's included, and indeed, if you want to upgrade from there in terms of the cruise itself, you can. If you want to play around with the stays as well, talk to the team, because they can also reconfigure this package for you. Obviously, to give you a price tag and to give you an idea, obviously I have to put some parameters in place to show you on TV so I can give you a price. But if you want to play around with that even further, you can. And this Walls and Warriors tour actually can team up with a number of different cruises. So again, talk to the team about the other possibilities, because if you've seen the tour and you think that's really good, I would love to do that, then we can team it up with other cruises as well, because of course at the end of that cruise we can then fly you here, there and anywhere you want to hook up with a cruise. But this package as it is superb. The fact that you are doing so much, putting down the deposit right now, that gives you all of that excitement time as well, because never underestimate when you're taking a big travel adventure, you want a nice run up to it. You want to be able to research and have a little look into what you're doing. You also want to secure the very, very best price tag today. So that's why we are looking into February in 2027. Yes, that's a long way away, but a deposit today of £299 each locks that price in. That's absolutely then fixed, and that tour and the flights and the stays and the cruise and the drinks included and all the rest of it is then locked and frozen, ready for you to go on your holiday. And I think actually, you know what, this is an incredible adventure, and it's a great way of doing it when you're being looked after, when you're being escorted all the way through your tour, and then when you're on the cruise, Celebrity will look after you like you would not believe. You'll have the most amazing time on the most beautiful ship as well. These ships are just stunning. They have everything you want, all of that calm and comfort and relaxation as you go and explore very different parts of the world. And listen, this is just one of our tour and cruise combinations that we've got. There are many more around the world, and what I would say is have a look on our website as well. Make sure that you're on our Facebook page and our Instagram as well, because these Cruise1st lovely collections that we call them, these curated holidays, they are many and plenty right the way around the world, and they need booking up as quickly as you possibly can. Again, thank you for your company. As always, stay right where you are. There is lots more on the way.